Hi Gemini, thank you so much for watching. This is your horoscope for the month of June 2021. So this is a super general spread for anyone who has Gemini and their sun, moon, rising, or anywhere prominent in their chart. Super general, so use your intuition to filter through the messages and figure out what's meant for you and what's not. So let's see what's going on for you in June. Okay, Gemini. So you're starting off with the 10 of Cups in reverse. So you could be sort of fantasizing about like that fairy tale ending, like you're happily ever after. And you could be thinking about like marriage and children if you haven't gotten there already, or figuring out if that's something that you actually want, or something that's just more of like a fantasy. You could just be thinking a lot about like that perfect like happily ever after, and you could even be like close to achieving this, but you're just not there yet. And I see you sort of like really in your head this month and kind of debating like, well, is that what I really want? You could be wondering like, is marriage actually something I want to do or go through? Similarly with like having children, because you can see in this card, you see like the happy husband and wife and children. Um, you could even be like questioning your sexuality too, especially with June being Pride Month. You could be like a woman who's like, well, do I even want to be with a man? Like maybe I want to be with a woman, or like vice versa. Like you're a man, like do I actually want to be with a woman though, or that type of thing? Um, yeah, definitely like with the rainbows too, I am actually getting that pretty strong. Like a lot of you are questioning both your sexuality and your gender identity as well. So there's a lot on your mind. So your challenge is the Five of Wands reverse. So I feel like you have a lot of pressure from especially friends and family, or even from society, to kind of be someone who you're not sure if you are. So like there's a lot of pressure. There could be a lot of pressure to get married, or just like rush into something that either you don't want or you're just not ready for. You could have people being like, oh, you've been with this person for so long. When are you going to get married? Or like, oh, you've been single for so long. Like, when are you going to settle down? Or like that type of thing. And I see you kind of sitting back and like questioning, like, is that something that's even for me? Or like, what kind of person do I want to be with? Like, do I even want to be with like a man or a woman? Like that type of thing. So there's like a lot of pressure here, I feel like, to just push forward before you're ready. And if this is not a romantic matter, I also see some of you being conflicted about your career path. And a lot of you want like a very untraditional career, and you're really being pushed by your family or just by society to take a job that really doesn't fit your soul. So there's definitely like this feeling of being rushed, and I think you're just in this mindset of like, I'm still trying to figure everything out, but there's so much outside pressure for you to like have it all like right now, right this second. And you're just kind of like, wait, like let me slow down and just like figure out what I actually want in life. So you have the strength in your subconscious. So again, like I get a lot of waiting energy. I feel like deep down you really just want to wait. You don't want to rush things. You have so much to figure out. And I feel like a lot of you are like, no, like it's not society. Like this is what I want. Like I want to get married and have 10 kids before I turn 30 or something like that. Or I want to be the CEO of my company before I turn 25 years old, like that kind of thing. It's just like sort of ridiculous. Um, but I think if you did a lot of self-exploration and if you really were honest with yourself, I think you would find out that you actually don't want these things. You just feel the pressure to have them, to achieve them. And your higher self right now is telling you to wait, to hold on and have patience. And you're a very strong person. Like, you're not the type of person who is just going to do what other people want you to do. And I know like Gemini is a very like it's a very unique sign, and Geminis, they think outside of the box. They don't think like everyone else does. That's why they're kind of like they're almost like the most hated sign of the zodiac because people just don't understand them. They just can't see where they're coming from. Geminis are constantly getting criticized of being two-faced, but you know, there's a select few that I'm sure they are. Like no one it can manifest in both ways, but like for the most part, Geminis are really just like misunderstood and they just have very different needs than everyone else. So you are very strong-willed about what you want. So on the surface, you have justice. So some of you could be dealing with a Libra, but not necessarily. Some of you could be dealing with the law. Some of you could be in law school right now. Some of you could be considering becoming a lawyer too. I know that's super specific, but besides that, I feel like you just want to feel justice. And I know I know it literally says justice right there, but, like, that's that's what it is, like, it's very on the nose, like, what more can I say? Like, you want justice for this. I'm definitely gonna come back to this card too, but like I said, like, you know what you want, you're a very strong person, you're very strong-willed, so you're someone who is strong enough to fight the pressure of what other people want. So you recently lay down a burden in the past. I feel like you've been like really exhausted lately. Like I just had to take a deep sigh. Like you've been really pushing yourself. You could be like overworking yourself as a way of distracting yourself from your real problems that you're dealing with. You're just like throwing yourself into work and using that as a distraction. Um, But a lot of you could have, like, laid down a burden and actually taken the rest that you needed, and I think this rest you took recently, some of you could have taken, like, a vacation from work or something like that, or just kind of, like, instead of going out, you just spent the whole night, like, in just, like, watching a movie by yourself, and I think that really helped, like, taking a time out from the world kinda triggered this thought about what you want versus what other people want for you. So I feel like you definitely did some self-work recently. You really you took on more of this introspective energy. So in the future, you have Two of Pentacles reverse. So I feel like there's something that you really want to focus on. Um, and again, with the Justice, this is like a very focused card. Um, this is literally the judge, and the judge makes the decision, and from there they go with it. Like, this is like final. Like, the verdict is final. So once you call a verdict, I hope that's the right word I'm using. I really don't know much about the law, but the verdict is final, okay? I actually I wish I have, like, a little, thing that you bang on the what is that called? The judge has, like, a little handle or something like that, and, like, bam, like, order in the court, like that. This is so silly, but that's what I'm getting. Um, I think you're making a decision in June, and you're sticking with it. And I think you're feeling a lot of push and pull, again, from your friends, family, society. You're feeling a lot of pressure to go a certain way, but I see you, like, standing your ground this month, and you're like, "My decision is final. Like, I made my decision." And coming into the future, you're gonna really focus on it. Because seeing this upright, this is someone who kind of juggles multiple responsibilities and, like, tries to make everyone happy. But you're like, no, like, I'm doing what I want, like, and I'm sticking with it. Like, this is my decision. Bam. So yeah, you're moving forward. You could even be leaving, like, a relationship because, again, hold on. Okay. Okay. It can get overwhelming, so I just gotta process it. I hope I didn't lose you there, but you are moving forward, um, and like I said, like, you've made your decision and you're sticking with it. This is final. This is the final decision. And I think because of that, you have to consciously pull away from people who disagree with you. There's a lot of people who don't agree with your lifestyle choices or just decisions you make in life, especially this specific decision too. I feel like there is, like, one specific thing you're trying to do, and you're realizing, like, if you want to go through with this, you're going to have to pull yourself away from whoever's holding you back. There's a lot of people who were holding you back in the past. And then getting back to this card too, I definitely see a lot of possibilities of someone walking away from a relationship because they decided they don't want to get married, or maybe the other person they're with doesn't want to get married and you do, or you want to have children and they don't, or they want, or vice versa, they want to have children and you do. So basically, because of this, you've been kind of forced to walk away from this relationship. But again, this is your choice. This is something that you choose. It's within your control. And yeah, definitely for others of you, you were with someone who this relationship prevented you from, like, exploring your actual sexuality. So, like, you've been in straight relationships your whole life, and you're like, well, I want to try something different or someone different. So again, like, that message is coming up again. Obviously not everyone, but definitely certain people are dealing with that. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. So someone's coming in with, a lot of you, this is a job opportunity. A lot of you could be starting your dream job this month, or like a higher position. So And then for some of you, this is a romantic matter. This is someone who wants to be like really serious with you, but someone's coming in with like a legit offer. Okay, so I don't know if this is, it's going to depend on who you are, what you're dealing with. I don't know if this is a job offer or a relationship offer or someone. This could be even like a proposal too, especially if you've been dealing with someone who just didn't want to get married or didn't want to move in with you or didn't want to move forward with you. And because you walked away, now they're coming back and being like, okay, like let's do this, like let's move forward with our relationship, something like that. It's definitely like I'm getting so many different scenarios here, but you're starting over. So if this is someone from your past, I feel like you're gonna reject them. And if this is someone from your future, if this was someone new or something new, I see you definitely taking this offer. So again, it's a new job or a new relationship, something like that. But this is new. This is brand new because you're walking away. This is not, there's no second chances here. Like I said, like the verdict is final. Like you are not giving second chances this month. I don't see anything from the past coming back. And if it does, you're definitely just going to like reject it. You want to move forward. There's something new in life that's coming for you this month. And the Empress, this is a beautiful card. So this is a great way to end the spread. So the Empress she's a creator. She can be a wife or a lover, but not necessarily. This is someone who gives birth and creates. So some of you literally could be pregnant or welcoming a new child or like a marriage or something, but a lot of you could just be like, this is like a new project, a new job, maybe even like a new hobby that you're taking on, but you are creating something. You're really focused. A lot of you, this is your career. I see like some kind of new job or new position, new opportunity, and you're given the chance to create. Okay, so especially if you're someone with like a strong imagination, this is something that lets you take control and lets you put your ideas into it. I'm getting like a lot of people want to hear what your ideas are this month. You have a lot of wisdom and knowledge to share with the world. So yeah, definitely, at least by the end of June, something brand new is coming in. And this is because you're strong enough to stand your ground. You're strong enough to do what you want rather than what other people want for you. Okay, so I'm honestly getting a totally mixed bag with this reading. Like literally 50% of you, this is a romantic type of thing. 50% of you, this is about your career, your job. So I'm literally getting 50-50 split in the middle. So I'm going to pull some romance oracle cards. So if this is like a career type situation, then this might not resonate for you. But if you are dealing with like a love matter this month, then let's see what it has to say. Okay. So nothing's popping out. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle anyway just to see, but I think a lot of you are walking away from a relationship or taking your focus off romance. And a lot of you, this is strictly about career, or just self-exploration. So I'm getting a lot of you are either single, or if you are in a partnership or married, that your partner and romance is not the focus this month. You're just like really, really focused on yourself, self-discovery, and your money as well, too. Okay, so we got let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So you could definitely be spending some time with your friends this month. Um, yeah, so I don't get too much romantic vibes from this. And again, like if you are dealing with a partner situation, you're definitely kind of taking the focus off of that this month. So I feel like you're a lot more focused on your friends. If you do have like family members or certain specific friends who just don't support you, there definitely are people in your life who do support you. So, like, if you're feeling alone and like the world is against you, Spirit wants you to know that you have at least one, but most of you have multiple friends that you can count on. So, you don't have to feel so alone this month, especially if you're struggling to. You do have support in your life. You do have friends who care for you. And that's a message that you need to know and need to hear. Okay, so especially if you are feeling lonely and you're kind of not thinking of romance right now, you do have multiple friends in your life who really care about you, and it would really help to be spending time with them. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching, Gemini.